Now we're going to perform some of these basic drum patterns. Before we start performing these patterns, I need to talk about what fingers you're going to use for each hand. So if you're starting with the left hand, I would suggest using the ring finger for the kick drum, the middle finger for the snare, and the index finger for the hi-hat. We're not going to use the open hi-hat so much, but if you do plan to play the open hi-hat, you can use your thumb for the open hi-hat. If that's a little tricky, you can always move that index finger over to play the open hi-hat. All right, so let's start off with this first pattern. It's always good to perform with the metronome. So I have the metronome on in Ableton Live here. So the BPM at about 80. And let's start this first pattern. Once you feel comfortable playing this pattern with the left hand, you can try it with the right hand. Now with the right hand, the kick drum is going to be played with the index finger, the snare with the middle finger, and the hi-hat with the ring finger. If you do play the open hi-hat, you can use the pinky. Let's try this with the right hand. Once you feel comfortable playing that with your right hand, you want to try using both hands or alternating between the two hands. So that way both your hands get used to playing this particular pattern. So just to give you an example. Now once you're comfortable playing that pattern, we can move on to this next pattern here. So that was with the left hand. Same thing with the right hand. And again, using both hands or alternating between the two hands. Now for this next pattern, let's add a little bit more syncopation. That was again with the left hand. Let's try this with the right hand. And again, using both hands. So what we've been playing so far are linear drumming patterns. You will notice that only one sound is triggered at a time. And that's why it's called a linear drumming pattern. You do not play two sounds simultaneously. Like that. We're continuing with our linear drumming pattern, and now we're going to add in some triplets. This one is slightly tricky, so let me just play it once and then I'll just talk about what I'm just doing here. Now for this triplet pattern, I am breaking the rules a little bit. So I'm using the middle finger to trigger the kick drum and then the index finger. So middle finger first and then the index finger. Now that's with the right hand. With the left hand, it looks slightly different. We start with the ring finger and then we add on the middle finger. So in time. With the right hand. Now some of these patterns are a bit complicated, especially when you're starting off, but keep practicing, especially try practicing at a slower tempo and gradually work your way up to a faster tempo, and you're definitely going to get it.